Okay, are we ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Let's go. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Health Buddy YouTube channel, your #1 place to look, move and feel your best. Over the last 2 videos we've talked about nutrition, and nutrition is so important to get right from the outset. But what happens on them days when we fall off the wagon a little bit? What happens on them days when we just feel a little bit shit and we want to reach for the comfort food instead of the stuff that's really good for us? Before we start, just a gentle reminder to like and subscribe to the channel, because that's really important. That means you'll get notified as soon as new videos become available. But right now, let's dive straight into this video as I give you my 5 tips to staying on that wagon, staying on track, staying on the rails, staying on course, whatever you want to call it. But let's work on that right now. Tip number 1 is all about being nicer to yourself. Now, I'm not talking about buying yourself flowers and chocolates. Are they for me? Oh, thanks very much. I'm thinking more here about how we talk to ourselves when no one else is around. The things we say to ourselves when we're on our own. So often we tell ourselves that things aren't working, that we're not good enough, that we're a failure. What we want to be doing is telling ourselves how great we are, that we've got this, that you are awesome. And it sounds cheesy, but we have to tell ourselves that, because how often really do other people tell us that? It's not all that often, is it? So we need to be telling ourselves all the time how great we are, that we've got this, that we're going to achieve such and such, and we're going to reach our target, because we have to keep ourselves on track. We have to keep our levels up here, and we have to stay as positive as we can, because we cannot rely on other people to do that for us. What we do hear from other people a lot though is negative talk and people bringing us down. Now, we do that to ourselves a lot. Like I said, we tell ourselves negative stuff all the time. We do not want to be getting that from outside sources. We do not want to be listening to other people's negative conversations, other people's negative words. We have that choice whether we listen to them negative comments or we go and seek out someone else and find some positive conversations, some positive affirmations. And like I said, if we can't get that from outside sources, we have to find that from within. So it's constantly telling ourselves that we can do it, that we're gonna do it, that we're great, that we're gonna get there. Remember, you are awesome. Don't you ever forget that. Remember this, at the very base level, thoughts become actions, actions become habits, and habits are what dictate our lives. So we have to go right back to the beginning, and we have to be very, very careful what we think about and what we say to ourselves. Tip number 2 is find motivation from others. This is one of my favorite tips, because this is really exciting. This is really good fun, I think. It sounds a little bit contradictory to point number 1, but as well as telling ourselves how great we are, we need to find people that are going to inspire us and motivate us as well. So we need to move away from the people that are telling us negative stories and negative conversations to find people with positive stories and positive affirmations and people who raise you up. Stay away from the mood hoovers over here and come to the people that really inspire you every day. Sometimes those people are not easy to find in your day-to-day life, so you have to go elsewhere. My partner and I recently started to watch a lot of CrossFit together, and for my partner especially, that really began to inspire her. She found it really hard to get motivated to exercise, to eat well. She's in a really hectic job. She's working for the NHS, really busy. She found no time for anything else, and she found herself at a level being brought down all the time. And then going to watch CrossFit, which we would do every other night, was really inspiring to her, and it inspired her to go out and exercise. And the attitude of the CrossFitters and the determination, the attitude they had, really, really motivated her. Got her out, got her eating well, got her tracking her food, got her exercising again. And whenever she felt her level drop a little bit, bang, we'd go back to YouTube and watch another CrossFit video, and straight away her level goes up again. Doesn't mean she's not surrounded by positive people. I mean, let's face it, come on, she's with me all the time. She's got to be positive, right? But sometimes when I'm not enough, she needs to go and seek it out elsewhere. So she goes and finds CrossFit on YouTube, and she finds that motivation from that external source that just raises that level again, gets her out, gets her active, gets her motivated. It's a great source of motivation. So go and find something that motivates you. Yes, for us it was CrossFit. For you it might be something totally different, but whatever it is, find that motivation and use that as often as you can, and stay around people that are positive, people that pull you up the ladder rather than trying to pull the ladder down to bring you back down to their level. Stay away from those mood hoovers. Tip number 3 is to keep a journal. Now, we talked in this video here about tracking your food, but it's so important to track other aspects of your life as well. What about your training? What about your moods? What about your sleep? What about your lifestyle? These are all essential pillars of our health, and we need to track them, especially if we've set goals at the beginning of our journey. We need to know that how far along are we towards our goal? Are we moving towards our goal? Are we moving further away? Are we stagnant? Keeping track of everything, like I say, training, sleep, moods, relationships, lifestyle changes, lifestyle habits, they're all really, really important, and we need to know on a daily basis how well we're doing. Because if we're not doing very well, we need to make changes to up our levels. Maybe our lifestyle is going really, really well and we've got everything in our lifestyle sorted, but our nutrition's really falling off. So we know that we need to raise our commitment to our nutrition, and maybe we can give a little bit in the lifestyle so we can bring this sort of balance. We get this level where everything, our sort of our moods, our level, our sleep, our training, our diet, it's all working well. Not one up here and one down here. Everything's in balance and everything's working really well together. And one other really good thing to track is how you're feeling. How do you feel after a meal? How do you feel after a training session? And this rolls us really well now into the next tip, which is tip number 4. Acknowledge how you feel. Get it down in your diary. How has that meal made you feel? How did the training session make you feel? Did it get you pumped? Did it get you full of energy? Or did it just kind of leave you feeling a bit tired and a bit flat? You need to know these things so that you can make the correct changes moving forward, so that you're always up and you're always pumped and you're always feeling good, rather than sluggish and bloated and miserable. If you are feeling a little bit down in the dumps, you are feeling a bit sluggish, why do you think that is? Is it because of the types of food you've been eating? Have you noticed a pattern that maybe every time you eat a ton of mashed potato, you feel a little bit tired, a little bit drained for a couple of hours afterwards? Maybe that's your link. Maybe we need to ditch the white potatoes. Maybe your training sessions are making you tired. Maybe you're doing tons and tons of HIIT work and you're getting really pumped up during the session, but your energy levels drop really quickly because they're so intense that maybe your diet doesn't quite match up to your training plan and your energy levels drop straight away. Maybe you need to make a few tweaks to your diet plan to begin with, but maybe you need to change it up. Maybe do some yoga, maybe do some strength work. How do you feel after you've done yoga and strength work? Do you feel revitalized? Do you feel energized? Do you feel more awake? Monitor what you're doing and see what works for you. Sleep is another great example. They always say you should get 8 hours sleep, but it's different for every person. Me, personally, I work really well with 7 hours sleep. And if I get 6 hours sleep, I'm gonna be tired and I'm gonna be a bit ratty and a bit groggy during the day. If I get 8 hours, kind of feel the same. You know, I've had a little bit too much sleep. So 7 just works really well for me. Keeps me really active and productive throughout my day. What's the right amount of sleep for you? And maybe if you're watching this and you're on a weight loss plan, maybe you're trying to lose a little bit too much weight. Maybe you've set your calories to lose 2 pounds a week and you're constantly a little bit hungry. As a result, you're a little bit hangry, you know, you're a little bit irritable to everyone around you. Maybe you're better off sacrificing the 2 pound a week weight loss, losing say a pound a week and having a little bit more food, you know, having a few extra 100 calories a day so that you're not tired, you're not ratty, your energy levels are a bit higher. Yes, it's going to take a little bit longer to lose the weight, but you know, a pound a week is still really good. So try and get the balance right in every part of your life. And if you track it, if you keep it in a journal, you'll know exactly what's working and what isn't. Tip number 5 works really, really well for me, and I know it can for you, and it sounds strange for motivation, but it is the great outdoors. Getting back to nature just fills me with energy, it fills me with drive, it revitalizes me. Particularly if like today where I'm filming a lot of videos, or I've been on the laptop a lot, or maybe I've been in the gym training clients, I need to get out and feel fresh air, and it's such a huge pick-me-up for me, getting out, walking Oscar. The clear air that I get outside when I'm walking Oscar gives me a clear mind, it gives me focus again, and if I don't have that, if I'm maybe just sitting behind my laptop screen all the time, or on my phone a lot of the time, that blue light's there, it makes me tired, it gets me drained, so I need to go outside. And that fresh air, getting out in nature, in amongst the trees, getting my feet on the grass, makes me feel alive again. It takes me back to where I feel like I should be, because ultimately we should all be outdoors, we should all be living in nature. And whether you feel comfortable in nature or not, that's what your body really wants. So getting outside, getting the clean, fresh air is really, really good for your health. And this is just the benefits of going for a walk. Imagine if we took our training outside, which is something I love to do in the summertime for myself, take my clients out there. You know, what if you take a yoga mat out on the back grass and you sit outside in the summer and do yoga out in the back garden? What if you take a HIIT session out on the patio, you know, you go out for a run? The benefits are huge. Get yourself breathing clean, fresh, decent air. Get away from that stuffy aircon you've been breathing all day, and you're gonna feel so much better for it. So I really want you to try and implement these 5 tips into your life. If all 5 tips don't quite work for you, tweak them a little bit. You know, maybe just implement 1 or 2 or 3 of them into your life. Do whatever you can, whatever fits into your life and your lifestyle. But I can guarantee that even just putting 1 of these tips into your life is going to make you feel so much better. And don't forget to hit this little circle here with my face in it. That's your subscribe button. Hit that, subscribe to the channel, get notified of all the new videos the moment they come out. Make sure you never miss another video again. Take care. I will see you next week in the next video. Have a great week, have a great life, and I'll see you again in about 7 days' time.